This podcast is part of the Shrimp Queen Network.
Visit facebook.com/Shrimp Queen Network to see more great podcasts.
Hear them.
Hear more great podcasts.
Good job.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, boy. Hi.
Wow, that was a really high energy way to start the episode.
Sorry, I was itching my eye and it was distracting. When did you put that poster up?
Always been there.
No, it hasn't. Alright, sorry guys. Hi! How you doing?
Alright. I'm sick, so...
Yeah.
Well, I have allergies, so I don't know
He's
if
a
that counts
nasally
as being
boy.
sick.
I have been dating you for almost 7 years and I've never known you to have allergies. So,
well, it's happened almost every year.
What is the truth?
Around this time, I get sick.
Yeah, that's getting sick. That's getting a cold, but it doesn't last the whole season.
Thankfully,
which
no.
It normally would. If
Just
you had
takes a little bit for my
allergies.
body to
Adjust.
get rid of it.
All right. So, guys, this past one was a pretty big one. Dan, would you like to tell them why?
Sure. Not only was Avengers Endgame released, but the first half of this season of Game of Thrones has ended. First half, as in we got the Battle of Winterfell episode. But just in case, because both of those are pretty spoilerific, you haven't seen one of them, what we're going to do with today's episode is actually split it into two shorter episodes. The first one concerning Avengers Endgame, the second one concerning the Battle of Winterfell, and I suppose just generally the first half of Game of Thrones this season. So today's...
just the battle.
Okay. Well, the first episode, as I said, Avengers Endgame.
Both of
Jess,
them are
take it from
spoiler.
Oh, by the way, if this is your first time listening to this show, thank you for coming by. Normally what it is one of us comes up with a top 10 list of something to present to the other for comments, questions,
That's usually
and jokes.
dancing. I like to go a little off track mostly.
But today is kind of an anomaly with a top 5
it's not
instead.
for me, honestly, now that I think about it.
I guess.
Yeah.
I am Dan, and...
I am Jess Itka.
So...
Although, according to a small 1.5-year-old, my name is pronounced Shesh.
Cool.
Shesh. And I hear it maybe 100 times a day.
All right, well, let's just jump into
this
it.
This is Shesh. All right, so first now, so what I'm going to be talking about both Avengers and Game of Thrones is just my, favorite moments from these two large things. You know what I mean?
Events.
Yes. I'm not doing characters. I'm just doing the moments that made me either really sad or really fuck. Yeah.
So for this episode,
Am I right?
spoilers for Avengers Endgame, but no spoilers for Game of Thrones.
Yes. I will not bring that up.
And the other way around for the other one.
And we'll repeat that in between.
Yes.
Okay. So it's just a list of 5. So my fifth moment for me in Avengers Endgame was Natasha and Clint.
What's your ranking criteria here?
Like I said, how either emotional it made me or how fuck yeah I was.
Oh,
that
so
is my
just
ranking.
Initial emotional reaction.
Yeah, because I immediately knew after leaving my absolute favorite parts were these.
Yeah, both of us saw it basically the first night in IMAX.
And I'm so proud.
Theater.
I didn't have to pee
good.
until the last minute, so I was able to hold it. You know,
Nice.
it wasn't oh fuck, it's been 30 minutes.
That happened to me.
Damn.
Well, it was an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
It was literally
So
at the
anyway,
halfway
so
point.
yeah, my criteria is
But-
really what just made me and also because since so much happened in the movie, I need to see it again because I feel like I missed so much.
So both of us have only seen it once, but my initial appraisal said it was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
But so these are the moments that stuck with me in my first seeing.
Yeah.
So number 5.
If you follow us on Twitter, you saw me post my heart rate review for it.
Number 5.
All right, go on.
Natasha and Clint, a.k.a. Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Ronan
AKA
at this
Ronan,
point.
Scarlett Johansson and Jeremy Renner, when they were trying to sacrifice themselves for the other.
Oh, on Vormir?
Emotional. Am I right? Yes, on Vormir with the Red Skull, whatever. What the fuck is his name anyway?
The Red Skull.
That's it? He doesn't... What was his other name, though? Before he was that.
Johann something. Schmidt,
Well.
Johann Schmidt.
Oh well.
He's
Anyway.
the Red Skull now.
So that moment was really upsetting for me because, well, first it's two of the main Avengers, like from
The
like OG,
original six, yeah.
Hawkeye is my favorite Avenger, which I know a lot of people are like, why? And I'm like, you know what?
Why are they on Vormir?
I'm not going to set the scene for all of them.
Give
They're
some
there
backup.
because they're everyone's going to look for soul stones.
Well, they're looking
Sorry,
for the Soul Stone.
the Infinity Stones. And they are tasked with finding the Soul Stone, but they are unaware that it means that you have to sacrifice that which you love. And they're best friends. They both love each other. I think if they hadn't made him married and have like a family,
I saw someone
They
say,
would've
I
been
forget who it
together.
was. I think it might have been
What?
Jeremy Johns or Mr. Sunday Movies said, what if they sent two Avengers who didn't know each other that well, like Hulk and
Nebula
Rocket Raccoon
and,
or something? Yeah.
Nebula and
Like,
Rhodey.
and they would just be like,
Okay. Where did
Um,
Rocket go?
or someone also
Wait, where did Rocket travel?
Someone also said just send Thor with a cask of beer or something.
No. Anyway. Well, I think at that point, since it was 5 years later, all of them did care about each other because Rhodey and Nebula were like joking around like friends. So I wouldn't say like love, but like
Okay, what if it
there
was like
strong friendships
then
and all of them?
Ant-Man and Nebula? Because
Then that would have been yeah. If Ant-Man
Well,
went with any of them, they would have been like, dude, this isn't gonna work. But anyway, so it's very emotional because they hadn't really been acknowledging for many movies that they're like best friends. They were spies together, they were S.H.I.E.L.D. together, and I was very happy that they brought it back, and it just made it
yeah,
even
they made
more
a lot of
clear
references to
that
it
they
in
are
Avengers.
best friends. Yeah,
A couple in Civil War, but
Ultron,
in between,
what happened? They made her. I don't even know. And so it was just like nice to see them back together, and it really proved how much they do love each other because they were both like, "No, I'll die.
Platonic
No,
love.
I'll die," and it was so emotional. And then like it really looked like it was gonna be Ronan, Hawkeye.
he was
and
just
then-
like, yeet.
She just
He even was like
Whipped.
posing as he was going. I
no,
think
it's
that's
slow
why.
mode. It's
Yeah, I know.
slow-mode.
That's what I'm saying. He
God.
was even like,
No,
yeah.
that moment stuck with me. I think because it was just beautiful, and also like she was the first. I know that now we have like a lot of badass female superheroes, and no, she didn't get her own movie or anything, but she she opened it. What Origin?
I don't know what they're gonna do.
But she
Yeah, it's
she
a shame.
opened the door for the badass Marvel
And
ladies.
it is a shame that she didn't get to join in the badass
Yeah.
lady moment. But
And
I
know
guess
that
that's
people
why
say,
they
no,
had
Pepper
her.
is the original one, and I'm like, but no, I'm saying like original super.
That's probably why they had
Hero,
her have
you
her
know.
own moment in Infinity War, because she wasn't going to get like that in Endgame.
Yeah. Oh, what? What in
Infinity-
Infinity War? What? But she's with Okoye.
Yeah, no, but like she got to participate in
Yeah.
one of them. That's
Which
what I'm
is
saying.
nice. But yeah, it's very sad because in a point that I'll be talking about later, she opened up for a very amazing moment. We'll get to that. So it was sad and emotional, and it
And
was like the
Jeremy
first
Renner and-
emotional part that kind of for me happened in the movie.
And
Right? Yeah.
yeah, Jeremy Renner and
ScarJo?
Scarlett Johansson had they just acted up a storm. Specifically, Jeremy Renner. I think he did.
I was kind of laughing when
that
he was
in that
when they were like, "All
scene.
right, so it's obvious." Wait a second, because it was just assumed. But she had said in the movie how she didn't have a family before them, and she just wanted to protect them, and that's what she died doing. And that fucking hurts. That shit hurted. All right.
Yeah, good moment.
Yes. Did you?
But-
would you say that's in like your top of like just like the emotional?
Also,
And, like
I'm kind of upset. I feel like if they did a post-credit scene, it should have been Captain America returning all the stones and returning the Soul Stone.
and she just comes back.
no,
Or
and
Gamora.
like Red Skull is there, and he's just like,
Oh, well, I think since
There
it's
you
not
go.
there, Red Skull just kind of
do you think he just
was
disappeared?
fucked off into nowhere.
Well, apparently, like the director said that he gets to leave once it's, but if it's back there, then he has to come back. Like he
Well,
would be so pissed.
or he comes back and he just sees Cap like walking away and he's like, "What the fuck?"
He's just like, oh, of
That would
course,
have been funny.
of course. It was, wait, the fuck was
What
that
was
accent?
that?
Oh god. He's like, of course it was you, Captain America. You're the one who has brought me back,
Let's
you
let
fucking asshole.
Ross Marquand do that, okay?
But
all right.
yeah, what if maybe she did come back in that pocket?
I don't think
universe
she's
that
gonna
he's
come
in?
back because I think Because I understand that in the comics, it's very rare for someone to stay dead, but like,
yeah,
movies and like when like you're
that's because
watching
in
it on
comics
screen,
it's like
it's
kind
just
of
like it doesn't make things like have like an
It would
impact
cheapen it,
anymore.
yeah.
I would just be like,
exactly.
okay, so they're dead.
In comic books, it's like it's okay because there's so many of them.
That's why, and I'm not talking about the episode of Game of Thrones that I will be talking about later. But I'm saying like after Jon died, it was like, all right, well, if you kill him again, like no offense, it's kind of like you already did that. So,
yeah, you've shot your load there.
Yeah, that's like with fucking Glenn in The Walking Dead. It still hurt, but I was like, that's why I never actually believed that he was dead the first time because I was like, they wouldn't.
It's desensitization to a stimulus.
And I think that they did that in The Walking Dead so that people would be less angry that they still went with the comics. They fucked up. All right, anyway. So my next top moment is more of like a badass moment. Not so much emotional. There's definitely feelings. It was Wanda versus Thanos. Because that was great. I just love... So, Wanda in Infinity War... kills Vision to destroy the stone, and then Thanos just turns back time and rips it out.
He pulls out his Uno deck.
Yes, and then
and
reverse.
does the reverse.
And then she gets dusted, and so when she comes back, she's very freshly pissed off.
Because that happened to her maybe like 5 minutes beforehand.
And rightly so. And so when she says, "You took everything from me," though I will say, I never thought Thanos was a funny guy, but hearing him just go, "I don't even know who you are," was very funny to me.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
And then she was just like, "You will, bitch." And I was so impressed with her because the Wanda's never been like, yeah, I like her. She's never been like, oh my God, like my favorite. But I'm impressed by her power. She's a strong lady. She's one of the strongest, I would say, but very emotional.
I think before Captain Marvel came, she was...
Strongest lady?
Possible. Oh, she wasn't the strongest because Thor was.
Like, no, strongest lady. I'm saying.
Much powerful. Yeah.
But she was one of the strongest Avengers. And the fact that Thanos had to order like the strike that would kill a lot of his army because she was just so threatening to him and beating the shit out of him. I was like, girl.
And even Corvus Glaive is
thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
It'll get her. It'll
but like our troops or whatever, and and Thanos was like, "Fucking do it!" Yeah, so it was just like one of like the moments that I do recall me going, "Fuck yeah!"
Actually, that reminds me.
I did that several times during the movie. By the way, guys,
were you upset at all that the Hulk didn't get to have his rematch with Thanos, or do you think he was kind of past that by that point
I had issues with Bruce.
What? You're the only person that I've talked to who didn't like Professor Hulk. It made a lot of people uncomfortable.
I didn't like it. I think it's because I like the character of Bruce Banner, but I like the character of the Hulk, and it's just like they mushed him together, and then he turned into like... It's like, oh, for like the fans. He fucking dabbed.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be cringeworthy.
I don't care. Like, no. Bruce would have never...
But he did.
Never. No, he didn't. The two of them did it together. Anyway. And also, wasn't the Hulk like a child mind? Wasn't his like mind like at like the level of like a 2 or 3 year old?
He's as old as he is. Did that bring
Bruce down a little bit?
He's as old as he is. Like whenever he is the Hulk, that's the Hulk is getting older then. Okay, so and that's why in Thor Ragnarok he was like 2 or 3. Like acting like a 2-year or 3-year-old.
But anyway, so what now? He's like 7.
It's kind of confusing because
exactly.
It's more
unnecessary. The moment that what's her name, Tilda Swinton, popped him out of his body, I was like, there he is.
Yeah, but great. It's also like
I know they accept
Banner's
each other.
mind
I get
in
it.
the Hulk's body. So
I
it's
understood,
the best of both
but I was
worlds.
still just kind of like I didn't like it. Anyway, so we're not talking about that right now. We were talking about Wanda and how I'm proud of that girl. You know, like she did me proud. In Infinity War, she pissed me off a little bit because I was like, you should be down there fighting with everyone. I understand that this is your boy toy. Because he's...
What pissed me off in Infinity War was
how
weak Vision was all of a sudden. But we're not talking about Infinity War.
Well, that's because he got stabbed. And it like stopped him from being able to phase and shit.
Yeah,
he says that in it. And it like injured him. He wasn't able to heal from it. Because it was a space weapon. I don't fucking know. Anyway.
Wait, he is made out of vibranium.
But anyway, so yeah, because Wanda, like, oh my god, she was very emotional at the end of Infinity War, but for most of Infinity War, I was just kind of like, girl, I understand, but like, sometimes you gotta sacrifice one person for the greater good.
Jess, we don't trade lives. Okay.
All right, Cap. Oh, speaking of, this isn't in my top 5, but when Captain said I could do this all day. Sorry, Chills and 12 Cap said I could do this all day, and
we'll just call him
Cap
Egg Captain.
just said, yeah, I know. I feel like that was for the audience, because we were all like, we fucking know, okay, Cap? Oh, that was beautiful.
Question, do you remember the first thing your best friend ever said to you? Any of them? Any, like...
Yes.
Shit.
Why?
Well, because it's kind of weird that... Okay, maybe this will come up later, so I'll bring it up later. If it doesn't, I'll just bring it up at the end of the episode. Just have that in your mind and be thinking about it.
Yeah, I can
Go
remember.
on.
2 of them. One of them, I don't recall because it was probably like the first day of school in kindergarten. But the other 2, it was different moments in my life.
Okay.
I have a lot of best friends, though, so I don't know if I remember all of them. Anyway, so... What did you think of that moment in the movie?
Twas good.
I know that she's not
she
one of your
brought
faves.
the pain. No, she is.
She's one of your faves?
She was on my honorable mentions.
It's just because you think she
brought the pain. She brought the thunder. No, I like her.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I think she's become a lot better since her first appearance.
Oh yeah.
Surprised there was literally no reference to Quicksilver in
I know.
this movie,
I thought that she would say like, at least he's chilling with my bro. All right, so number 3 on the list is when a little boy named Steve Rogers held a hammer for the first time.
That's not your number 1.
No, it's not. That was amazing. Anyway, so it's when Captain America is able to wield Mjolnir. I did not spell it out in there. I just wrote the hammer.
M-J-O with the things on top. L-N-I-R.
Okay, I had all the letters. I shouldn't have the spelling correct. Proud of myself. I don't know what I was trying to type. Anyway, so when Captain America wields Mjolnir and Thor is like, I knew it! It was just like great because like the second, so the 3 mains, Iron Man, Cap, and Thor
BT
are fighting
Dubs
Thanos.
on the sound, like the score track for that part is called the Tres Amigos.
That's precious. Anyway, so the 3 of them, and like Iron Man got downed. Is down.
Yeah.
Thor's down, and you see, so he's using both weapons.
Stormbreaker and Mjolnir.
Easier
Thor
one to
is.
fucking say Thor is. And then you see the hammer just kind of bounce off and roll
Thanos
away.
has Thor pinned.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I said he's down, and you see the hammer fly away, and it just lands in like the perfect position to be just picked up. And then it's them.
When it started to lift, did you think that it was just
no, the
coming
second
to
that
Thor?
No.
Or were you like, oh,
the second it landed, I turned to my friend Val, who's with us, and I went, oh my god, it's fucking happening. And she was like, what? Oh! And then I turned to you when it started to lift, because I was like, Anyway, so then it was just, our theater was like, clapping, cheering. It was beautiful. I heard one guy behind me go, fucking finally. And then, it's about damn time. I heard several things. And then Thor's reaction. I hate how people, because of Ultron, people thought he was going to be pissed. But then I'm also like, who directed Ultron, though?
Joss Whedon.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's because he just hates people.
That scene's good.
No, it is. I think it made him nervous because at the time he was still a little bit insecure.
Yeah.
But he's a secure bitch now. And so when he picked it up, he was like, that's my fucking guy. That's my bro. That's my friend.
Also, he didn't have another weapon. So if Cap took Mjolnir, then it was Captain America's now, and he wouldn't have anything. But now he has at least a Stormbreaker.
Yeah. But it was very beautiful. And it also showed that not only one person can be worthy of the hammer.
They've already done that.
Again, at that point, did Vision count as a person? Yeah. Okay, he did. I get very confused.
But also, he was an extension of Thor in a way. Yeah. Because
he was connected to Thor, Tony,
Vision,
Bruce, Jarvis.
Ultron, Jarvis, and the Soul Stone.
Yeah, so That one's a little bit confusing.
Mind Stone, sorry.
Yes. So anyway, that moment, I feel like it was just everybody had been wanting it for a long time, especially like the comic book lovers. And then since Age of Ultron, everyone who didn't like read the comics was like, oh my God, could this happen?
Yeah, that's happened a lot in the comic books.
And so it finally, he lifts it or he almost lifts it?
Lifts it.
Oh. And so it was just like, it was so satisfying for it to like finally happen.
He's one of the few who was continually worthy.
That's good. Is Peter Parker ever, or is he just too young for it?
I don't think it has anything to do with age. I think he's too insecure.
And if you had to pick which Peter Parker from the movies is worthy, or is Miles? I think Miles is worthy. No, but he's too young for it. Eventually, Miles will be worthy of it. Anyway, like I said, that moment, I feel like it was just like years in the making, and it was very nice because that was one of the several like callbacks to the past movies.
Spider-Man and Thor have rarely had an opportunity to meet on a consistent basis, let alone allow Spider-Man to have the opportunity to lift or use Mjolnir. In a non-continuity reference for Marvel Adventures number 40, Spider-Man is shown to be able to wield Mjolnir.
Oh, by the way, from my number 4, the scene was involving Josh Brolin as Thanos and Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda. And this one is involving Chris number 1 Evans as Captain America and Chris number 2 Hemsworth as... my God, Thor.
What number is Chris Pratt?
3, because it's the order that their movies came out.
Thor
was before Captain America?
2010.
No
Captain
fucking
America
way.
was 2011.
Wow, I thought it was the other way around. Then it's the order that I saw them in.
Thor was actually...
That's my bad.
Sure,
well, I hadn't seen Thor until like 2014. I had seen Captain America, though, so I guess I just, in my head, was like, yeah, that definitely came out first. Are you looking it up?
I am.
Okay. Anyhow.
Oh, shit, wait.
See, like I said, it was one of the several callbacks to the past movies, which were also very enjoyable. Every callback to the past movies, even the shitty ones, like Thor: The Dark World, were very, like, appreciated, because it was like, thanks for not forgetting.
Thor came out in 2011, as did Captain America, but Thor came out first. Came out in May. Captain America came out in July.
Okay. Yeah. Do you agree that you loved all, like, the little callbacks?
Is that number 2?
No.
Oh.
No, because I was saying how this moment was kind of like a nice callback to Ultron.
Yeah,
I said even to the shitty movies, it kind of made them a little bit better.
There's a callback. Ultron I don't consider too bad.
No, I know, but of the Avenger movies...
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not worst, just the least best.
It's the worst Avenger movie.
From best to bestest, what's your favorite Avengers movie?
What was again saying?
All the callbacks.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's one for every single movie.
Even Homecoming?
Yes.
Is that just having Ned in it?
Their secret, like their handshake. They do that.
Oh, okay. And also the hug between...
Yes, that's another callback.
Fuck. Okay. So that's my number 3. My number 2, surprise, surprise, that lady team up.
Oh, okay.
Protect Peter, which involved, and I think I got them all. I just couldn't quite remember. So it was Captain Marvel, Okoye, Pepper, Shuri, Valkyrie, was Mantis?
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't remember if I saw her because I was too focused. Nebula and Gamora, which is what I was laughing at. My phone autocorrected.
You did forget one.
I know. Hold on. My phone autocorrected Gamora into Gatorade.
Cool.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm forgetting one. Tiny. Oh, fuck! The Wasp. I knew I was... Okay, anyway. It was... So, Peter has the gauntlet. He's laying on the ground. He's looking, like, toe up. And he's scared.
Thanos just ordered the airstrike.
Yes, and so he's just hugging it. He's looking dirty. And then Captain Marvel shows up, and he's like, hi, I'm Peter Parker. And she's like, hey, Peter Parker, you got something for me? And he's all worried that, like, oh, you won't be able to get it over there. And they're all like, don't worry, she got help. And it just slowly zooms out, and they're just popping up. And it was so beautiful. Like, if you know what I mean? They all became a mother to Peter, first of all, which was amazing. I think everyone was like, let's protect this tiny boy, this little spider. And they were passing it off to each other and protecting each other. Valkyrie was on a fucking Pegasus. What the fuck? Pepper's in a suit. What is the suit called?
She's called Rescue.
We got fucking the Wasp, which I'm so happy to see her again because we only got her in, like, battle armor in Ant-Man and the Wasp, so I'm glad that she's with him now. What are you looking up right now?
I'm trying to find Evangeline. I think it was Evangeline
Lilly.
Posted a picture of all the ladies going out to lunch on, I'm assuming the day that they filmed that.
It was just, like...
Maybe it was...
It was so smart of them to put that in there. You know? Because... Oh, so this is what I was talking about with Scarlett Johansson. Black Widow kind of opened the door for all of these badass superhero ladies. Mm-hmm. And it was very sad, like, realizing, oh, but Black Widow isn't there, you know? But, like, she's the reason that it was able to happen. At least, like, movie-wise. Maybe not in, like, the storyline she wasn't. Oh, that's cute. That's real cute. Storyline-wise, I mean, not really, but, like, in our world, she's the one who opened it up for all of them. It was just a beautiful moment.
So which is better? This moment or the moment in Wonder Woman when she comes out of the trench? This is not a woman versus woman thing. This is more of a DC versus Marvel thing.
I'll one-up you with Moana walking towards...
and dying.
Moana walking towards the lava monster.
You don't know the lava monster's name, even though you've probably seen that movie.
Haven't had to watch it in a long time. And guys,
really?
I did not willingly watch this movie over 100 times.
She works with kids. It happens. Tafiti is her...
Taka. Yeah, Tafiti is the goddess, and then her lava demon one is Taka. Which, I will say, real quick, this is a quick Moana tangent. When they introduced that monster, I was like, that sounds a lot like this goddess lady. Same fucking person. What the fuck?
What?
Anyway.
You said we had spoilers for this movie, not
Sorry,
Moana.
guys. I know, it's still fresh. Oh, it's windy out a little bit. The tree's moving. Anyway, so I loved all my moms in this movie. It was really great. Pepper really was, like, acting like a mom to Peter, and I hope that she, like, checks up on him and, like, Far From Home. Well, because Happy will be in it. Mm-hmm. And I know he's got Aunt May.
I think she is. Yeah.
But he's lost several parent figures. Fuck. F. But no, it was a beautiful team up because for so long in movies, you would get, like, a huge team up of superheroes, but it would be, like, one lady with them off to, like, the side. Or she would be considered super powerful, like in DC, and then turns out everyone is useless except for Superman. What the fuck? What the fuck? And this really proved that they need everyone.
Yeah. Because even Captain Marvel, who's really, really overpowered, couldn't do it on her own.
Yeah. They needed everyone. That is something about this movie that I was like, DC, take fucking notes. You can't act like, oh, it's going to be a team up and then make it be down to one person, even though in this... Let's move on to my number one.
Well, that was
It was one person who was able to finish it, but it took everyone...
It was
to do it.
It was my also I didn't mean overpowered, I mean superpowered. That was my fear. My biggest fear is that in this movie
they were just gonna
Captain Marvel was going to be like the Superman in Justice League and everyone else was gonna be useless. But I did like when Thanos tried to headbutt her and
that was funny. She didn't even fucking flinch and he was a little bit like, so we took another one of these.
The Power Stone out and basically back-aid her fucking across the field.
Yeah.
It reminded me.
He got done with Wanda. He was like, "Fuck, another one."
It reminded me of Super Smash Brothers when you hit someone out of the ring and it just goes.
Yeah, but
game.
I think DC really fucked up in that.
But what if they did just have her just like punch his head off? How like triggered do you think? Like,
I would want the last hour of the movie to be.
They'd be like, "Oh,
I was just saying, I would want the last hour taking over." Well, you know, there's probably still a group of guys
that are
like
mad about the people about them
the
walking.
Team up?
Yeah.
Really?
There's people on both sides. People saying that it was unnecessary, and other people saying that it was undeserved and not enough. Like,
but they're part of the team. If it had been, like,
and
if there are people that are like, well, they haven't been in like it like long enough. Like none of them were from like the original. It's like, okay, we had Doctor Strange there.
And it's possibly hinting towards an A-Force movie happening, which would be cool. Which is like the Marvel's version of...
And I don't only love the moment because I'm like, feminism, woo! It's just because, like, I would have loved it if it was any group. It was just like, it was like so like, holy fuck, everyone's just popping the fuck up. It was like the circle moment in the first Avengers. That's what it felt like.
There's another part that was like that was better. I'm surprised it's not on your list, honestly. It was my number one moment in the movie.
Okay, hold on. But anyway, so it gave me those feels of like in the first one when it circled around them, when you were just like, hell yeah, look at this team, look at this squad.
And for those who don't know,
that's what this moment.
A-Force is an Avengers team made up entirely of female superheroes.
Sweet. All right, my number one. I don't know what your number one is. So do you actually
I'll say it in a
me?
sec. Oh, sure. Mine is the portals part.
Oh, yeah, but I was going more on like.
It's everyone coming
characters.
back.
Yeah.
The whole team is back together. He finally says Avengers assemble.
Guys, real proud. I didn't cry at all.
Yeah.
My friend who basically has broken tear ducts, who I've never seen cry, does not cry, cried. So. The friend who we expected
what
to cry
I was
to cry.
Talking about when if you remember what your best friend said to you for the first time 10 years ago is when Sam was like, on your left. I'm surprised Captain was like, what the fuck does that even
Because
mean?
it was kind of funny.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, I don't remember what my best friend said to me 10 years ago, like, as a one-off thing, even if it was the first time we ever met.
Yeah, I remember what two of my best friends said to me for the first time.
Yeah, but what time? How old were you at that point?
One of them I was 5. No, one of them I was 3 and she was 5.
Oh, shit. Never mind. Okay.
I have a feeling you know which one that one is.
Yeah. But
and because it was followed by something very funny. That's probably why I remember. My other one, it was in like 8th. It was in 8th grade.
I mean, just finally getting to hear him say Avengers Assemble after,
that was
after Joss Whedon,
fucked that. Okay, anyway, so my number
cock
one.
teased us for years about it.
My number one was the greatest callback to any of the fucking movies. And it was I Am Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr.
It's a callback to Iron Man 3 at the end of Iron Man 3 when he says
Does he say that at the end of Iron Man 3?
He says it, yeah, and in
all of them?
Yeah, and in Iron Man 2, he's like, I am Iron Man, the suit and I are one, when he's like, it's his introduction actually.
So, it's not that I dislike Iron Man, but he's never been like my number one. So, I find it very funny that my number one moment was like...
Well, he kicked it off.
Was Tony. Because he gave it his all. He was willing to sacrifice everything that he had gained after the snap, which he did. I mean, they're okay, but like he knew that he would probably die. It was a suicide mission doing any of it. And just the look on Thanos' face was goddamn.
It was again
sweet.
He got his Uno cards out.
Reverse.
And reversed
amazing. So, sorry, ending Tony. Thanos thinks he has all the stones on like the glove, and then he snaps, looks at the glove, the stones are all gone, and Tony's little nanotech are crawling up onto his fucking arm, and then he snippety snaps after Thanos is all like, I am inevitable. And then Tony's just like, yeah, I am Iron Man, bitch. And then it kills him. Yeah,
and it fries half his body and his heart and his brain, probably.
Anyway, but no, it was just like, it was amazing because he realized that it had to be done. It wasn't a... And I know that there could be someone who argues, well, since it took like one guy to like finish it all, isn't that kind of like with Superman and all? But I'm like, no, because Superman just made everyone else...
And no, I mean, there are other Avengers.
Everyone
Captain
tried.
Marvel could have put it on and survived.
The Hulk fucking did it.
The Hulk would have survived. Thor would have survived.
Yeah.
But, a lot of other people could have done it. It's just in that moment, that was what you had to do.
Yeah. He was the one who had the opportunity to do
it.
It wasn't that he was the most powerful and was the only one necessary.
It completes his arc.
He was the one who was able at the time.
Because he's fully giving himself his all. Giving his all to something, and
it was just a beautiful moment.
Kind of calls back to the first Avengers when Captain America's like, "You're not the kind of guy who would lay down on a wire to let the other guy crawl across you or whatever." And he's saying you're selfish and you're only in this for yourself. So that's.
Though I will say they did fake us out with his death once in Avengers when he like lands and he won't wake up. Like what the fuck? No, nobody ever thought he was dead. Fucking hell.
But that's a good list.
Also, he gave his past self a fucking heart attack in this movie. Like, bravo, dedication. Am I right? Thank you for that. So that's the end of my Avengers list. And if you want to hear about Game of Thrones, exit and click on that.
Yeah, come to the next episode. It'll just be right there.
Game of Thrones list.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
What are you doing?
Counting down.
Okay,
so you would have a break.
Please follow us on Twitter. We're at 10 for 10
I thought
pod
we were
on
just
there.
Starting the next one. That's fine.
No, because this is it's an independent episode. So
follow us.
Twitter, Facebook, like us on Facebook, 10% podcast on there. Follow us on what the hell happened to my voice? Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, other random stuff that we are appearing on that I guess just are linked to those things. Email us at 10for10pod@gmail.com. And we will see you. If you're not listening to the Game of Thrones episode, we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Is it raining out?
That's not necessary
Gotta
on
go.
an auditory
Bye.
medium. All right, bye.
This podcast is part of the Shrimp Queen Network.
Visit facebook.com/Shrimp Queen Network to see more great podcasts.
Hear them.
Hear more great podcasts.
Good job.
Thanks for listening.